Instead of clicking Next and Back, you can use the keyboard controls shown. Welcome to Learn Yachting with esail. Instead of clicking Next and Back, you can use the keyboard controls shown. You can change all keyboard controls to suit you by pressing the key shown. You can change the simulation quality and speed from the main menu, then Settings. You can also select different screen resolutions, which make the interface controls larger or smaller. Areas where training takes place are indicated by the yellow training buoys. You can work your way through the tutorials by sailing between the training buoys, or you can click the menu button to access tutorials in any order. Note the white mark on the wheel rim showing the central position. Center the wheel by using the keyboard control. Turn on the engine by using the button shown or the keyboard. You can drag the throttle up and down or use the keyboard controls. Moving the throttle down below center engages reverse. You can use reverse to slow or stop the boat. You have completed this tutorial. Now throttle forward and steer towards the next training buoy. Stop right next to it. Stop the boat here, reduce the throttle or use some reverse if necessary. In this tutorial, you will learn about some of the main controls you need to get started. You will also learn where to find more information. The 4 mode buttons shown provide sailing, mooring, anchoring, and other modes. Autopilot can be engaged by clicking the button shown. Autopilot keeps the boat on the current course, but it only works while there is some boat speed from sail or engine. Pause enables you to pause while still reading through training material, including clicking forwards and backwards. Try dragging in the middle of the screen. This is how you look around. Click on the Smart View button shown to return to the cockpit view. Smart View is really useful. It quickly gets you back to the normal cockpit view. Press it again and you'll get an alternate view which is related to what you're doing. Now press the control key while dragging on the screen. This enables you to orbit or circle the boat. You can go around the boat, go up, or go down underwater. When you rotate your viewpoint, the compass is switched off to avoid giving misleading information. You can quickly turn it on again by clicking the Smart View button. Try out the other view buttons shown. If you want to restart a tutorial or challenge, click the circular arrow. To view the chart and plot your position, click on the chart on the table in the cabin. There is a separate tutorial on navigation. Click the menu button and have a look at Boat Help. You don't need to read all the information now. Just remember you can go back to help at any time. To see a plan view of your boat and surrounds, click the button shown. Position the plan view by dragging. You can center the plan on the boat using the button above the zoom buttons. Clicking again on the same button closes the plan. You have completed this tutorial. Now find the next training board for Know Your Boat Challenge Beginners. the boat here. Reduce the throttle or use some reverse if necessary. In this timed challenge, click on the question marks to identify parts of your esail boat. The challenge will help you practice orbiting and looking around. Click Next to start. The port side of the boat. Hint: that's the left side, the starboard side of the boat. Hint: that's the bow. You will need to orbit to see this one. The stern. Hint: the stern is at the back of the boat. The helm. Hint: the helm is used to keep the boat on course. The chart table. Hint: where you plot your course. Forward starboard jammers. Hint: look for 4 handles near a winch. The keel. Hint: helps keep the boat stable and upright. Aft port winch. Hint: aft is at or towards the stern. The forestay. Hint: the jib sail rolls up around the forestay. Well done! Now find the training buoy for steering challenge buoy course. You need to go down a narrow channel. Stop the boat here. Reduce the throttle or use some reverse if necessary. In this challenge, you will use the engine to steer between marker buoys. See how many points you can collect. Keep the red buoys with square tops to your left and green buoys with pointed tops to your right. You can use the plan view to see the course. Avoid hitting any buoys. You will lose points. Start now. Now find the training buoy for the next tutorial. Steering challenge. Into the wind. In this challenge, you will steer the boat so it is heading into the wind. Note, this is a timed challenge. Look at the wind indicator to see where the wind is coming from. The small arrow on the wind indicator shows where the wind is coming from relative to your boat. To steer into the wind, just steer towards the little arrow. Once the bow is into the wind, you will need to keep it there for 10 seconds. Then watch to see where the wind goes next. The challenge will start when you pass between the two orange buoys. Start now. The wind is from the north. Turn good. Now the wind is from the north. Turn the boat now. Add some throttle and steer towards the little arrow on the wind indicator. Good. Now hold the boat on that course for 10 seconds. The wind is veering to the east. Turn the boat now. Hold the boat on that course. The wind is veering to the east. Turn the boat now. Good. Now hold the boat on that course for 10 seconds. Now the wind is backing to the northwest. Turn the boat now. Hold the boat on that course for 10 seconds. Now the wind is backing to the northwest. Turn the boat now. Good. Now hold the boat on that course for 10 seconds. Well done. You have completed the challenge. Now find the training buoy for control lines, winches and jammers. Stop right next to it. In this tutorial, you will learn how to operate the control lines, winches and jammers on this boat. This boat has 4 winches, each of which has 1 or more control lines. Select Sailing Mode. Hover over the Control Lines button. If you select a line, the crew member will pick up that line or swap to it. And if you click the same line button again, the crew member will drop the line. Select the Mainsail halyard. Click the Close-Up button so you can click the Winch button. Each button that appears is a stage in the winch's operation. You can hover over each button for more information. Wrap the line around the winch. That's the 3rd button from the top. Drag down and hold on the drag spot below the crew member's hands to pull the line, or use the keyboard controls. The further you drag down, the quicker the hands will pull. Stop after a few pulls. To operate the winch handle, click on the winch button, then the winch handle button. Drag down on the drag spot to turn the winch handle. Just a few turns for now. Note that the winch handle only operates to pull the line in. The line can't be released with the winch handle on. Now take the line off the winch. That's the winch button, then the down arrow button. If you look up by dragging on the screen, you will see that you have raised the mainsail a little. So now we will lower it back down. Click on the jammer button shown. Releasing a jammer will allow a line to run backwards. open the halyard jammer. Drag up on the drag spot to let the mainsail down, or you can release the halyard completely. In the real world, a bit of manual help would normally be needed to pull the sail down. Now close the halyard jammer. Click on the aft port winch. From the aft port winch, you can control the furling line and port jib sheet. Note that the jib sheets do not have jammers. To jam the jib sheets, use the winch's self-tailing mechanisms. Try it now by clicking the winch button, then the second button from the top. Remove the jib sheet from the winch by clicking the winch button, then the down arrow. To move up and down the winch, you can also press the keys shown below. Normally, each crew member keeps to their own side of the boat. Sometimes, however, you may need both crew on the same side. To move a crew member across the boat, highlight a winch, then press the button shown below. You have completed this tutorial. Now find the training buoy for the next tutorial, raising the mainsail. In this module, you'll learn how to raise the mainsail. Look around by dragging on the screen to check there are no boats close to you. You can recenter the view using the Smart View button. Check the wind indicator at the bottom of the screen. The small arrow shows where the wind is coming from relative to the boat. Ideally, you want to steer a course which keeps the wind 10 to 20 degrees off the bows, with just enough speed to maintain control. This keeps the boom from being directly overhead and allows a good view of the sail as you hoist. Push the throttle forward and turn the bow towards the wind. So turn the wheel towards the wind indicator. Once you are happy with the boat direction, reduce the throttle so you have just enough speed to be able to steer and engage the autopilot. Releasing the kicking strap and the main sheet to release the boom. You will then use the mainsail halyard to raise the mainsail. Pull the halyard by dragging down on the drag spot or by using the pull shortcut. When the sail will not go up any further, select the winch handle and use it to winch up the sail. Click on the winch button, then the down arrow to remove the winch handle. jammer button and close the main sheet jammer. Click on the control lines button and select the main sheet. Tighten the main sheet so the boom comes back to the centre of the boat. If necessary, put on the winch handle and pull down on the hand's drag spot. Want to, release the topping lift. That's on the forward starboard jammer. On some chartered boats, the topping lift is not intended to be adjusted, so you can decide not to use the topping lift. Now close the kicking strap jammer and tighten the kicking strap. If you have not released the topping lift, you may get a message saying that another line is preventing movement. If you're not using the topping lift, you can ignore this message. Drag on the screen to look up. You will see the mainsail and telltales. Click on the autopilot to cancel it. Now add some throttle if needed. Turn the boat to the port, away from the wind, and start sailing. You will need to be heading at least 30 degrees away from the wind. You have completed this tutorial. Sail to the next training buoy for adjusting the mainsail. Use more throttle if you want to get there quicker.